George Tsimbidaros-Fteris, George Φτέρης, Greek, Georgos Phters, born George Tsimbidaros, Greek, Georgos Tsimbidaros, 14 September 1891 – 14 September 1967, was a Greek journalist, foreign correspondent, critic, author, and poet. Family. Φτέρης had 4 siblings. Yannis, nicknamed Yanko, remained in Mani. Vasilis fought in the Macedonian struggle as a guerrilla captain and was killed in battle. Potes, like his brother George, was trained as a lawyer, wrote for many newspapers, and became the editor of one. He later became secretary to Eleftherios Venizelos and was elected a member of the Hellenic Parliament for Athens. In 1963, he became minister to the Prime Minister's office. They also had a sister named Olga, married with John Harriams from Kremasti Laconias. In 1931, George Φτέρης married Rivi Rachinou, and on 13 July 1934, she gave birth to their only daughter Eliana. Journalist. For much of his life, Φτέρης served as a foreign correspondent. Initially stationed in Rome and later in France, he traveled Europe meeting famous people, such as Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, whom Φτέρης interviewed many times. During his travels, he made many friends such as writer Nikos Kazantzakis, sculptor Michael Tumros, politician Eleftherios Venizelos, actress Elie Lambetti, and even Pablo Picasso. Upon his return to Greece, he became the editor for the Athenian News as well as a journalist for the Vima newspaper. Every Sunday he would write their main article. Translator. In 1930, Φτέρης received a French Academy Award for his translation of Les Miserables from French into Greek. In 1966, he was awarded the Gold Medal of Journalism by King Constantine Roman II. He was honored many other times by the Greek government for his work in literature and journalism. Author. Φτέρης wrote various books and articles. His daughter Eliana Damianos said, "His books were deep and difficult to understand because he wanted to make better people. The books used plain language but had deep meanings. He didn't want people reading garbage, but to search to better one's self, ask questions, and also make people smarter, basically, to make a man think." Horiata. One of Φτέρης' greatest and most memorable accomplishments is a song called Horiata, a Horiata village woman. In the winter of 1941–42, the first bitter winter of the German occupation, he wrote an allegorical song and gave it to Sofia Vembo, most popular songstress of the time and also family friend. She sang it in theaters all over Greece, each time wearing a dress with the national Greek colors on it. Even today, it is broadcast on national Greek radio stations. Commenting on the song over 35 years later, one writer said, "It is a voice of hope and continuation. It resonated greatly in the hearts of the then enslaved people." In the song, Greece is represented as a village woman and its youth as a budding tree. During the time period, all patriotic songs were forbidden by the Nazis. Φτέρης knew this, and he wrote every verse of the song allegorically. His daughter said, each time it was sung, it electrified the audience. They heard the song and understood, so it gave them hope and lifted them up emotionally. It scared the enemy, and it was like a threat. Many people loved Φτέρης' song, and its message spread throughout Greece. Theaters would continually play it. But soon after the Nazis seized control, the song was prohibited and theaters were closed. A penalty was set for singing the song, and Nazis even came to Φτέρης' home threatening him with arrest. Vembo continued to perform Horiata in her concerts in the Middle East and continued to inspire the Greek resistance movement. Even though the song had been stifled in Greece, the damage had been done. The once tired and hopeless Greeks fought on throughout World War II, as the song says, with new branches and limbs. Φτέρης died on his birthday in 1967 of liver cancer. Today his body lies in his homeland, On the road connecting the towns of Areopoli and Jatheo, a monument has been dedicated to him on the summit of a hill overlooking his favorite land. Though he left the limitations of village life behind as a teenager, he always kept Mani in his heart. He once wrote, "The memory of Mani, the stone and the air of Mani, I have always taken with me wherever I went like a keepsake." On his monument is a bust of his head sculpted by his friend Michael Tumrose. On his shoulder, a woman representing Mani is weeping, mourning his death. His daughter Eliana said, "My father never wanted a monument because he was a very humble person, and he never believed in monuments. My mother insisted that he deserved one though." Quote, "When I die, and you are asked who I was, what I believed, whence I was inspired to write what I did, answer them that I was nothing more than a simple person who believed deeply in love, in goodness, and in humanity. And I will continue to believe until my final moments that humanity can be saved only by believing in these." References